Okay, we are live. I'm so sorry for the delay. I had to make a cup of coffee. But how's everyone doing? I haven't done one of these in a while, so I don't expect anyone to be in here. It's August 12th, and it's a gloomy day. And that's okay. It's still beautiful out. Okay, good. Chat is working. Because last time I did a stream, chat wasn't working. We got Toby here. How you doing? We got Ryan. We got a great crowd. Oh my gosh, we got Sean. Oh my gosh, we got. How you doing? How's everyone doing? It's been too long. It's man, yeah, it's been a minute. I've been really busy with life and friends, and it's good to be back here. Howdy, nice to see you. Nice to see you too. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, man, I don't even know where to begin. What's everyone drinking right now? We got coffee, we got lemonade, Sprite, tea. What are we drinking? Because I know it's not morning time everywhere, so it's morning, afternoon, evening. So whatever you prefer. I'm drinking coffee as usual. I'll drink coffee any day, any time of the day. Might come back later. That's okay. I appreciate you tuning in anyways. Whoa, you caught the beginning? I'm glad. What is your opinion on the Witcher world? Are we talking like the world building? The video game? I don't know. I love it. I love how it's grounded in kind of a mundane reality. It's very realistic. And there just happens to be fantastical elements, which I don't think overshadow the themes of the world. I like how gritty it is. And my only experience is the first two short story collections, as well as the video game, which are, bless you, my love. It's my wife, she sneezed. Can we get a round of applause for my wife? She's been carrying our child for now 6 months. I think she's entered the third trimester. Isn't that right? Have you entered it yet? Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's official. 3 months left, y'all, before little baby Eleanor pops out. So, my goodness. Wow. So that's a little life update. I know I made an announcement a couple months ago about, having a baby. But the fact that she's almost here, I'm getting all the feels here, just numb, excited, more shocked than anything. Haven't felt afraid. It's more just, whoa, it's happening. And it's happening sooner than expected. So, we got some clapping, some applause. Appreciate it. This is our first child. So Amanda has had, my wife, Amanda, she has had one of the easiest pregnancies I've ever seen or heard of. It's been a grace gift each and every day. Even the first trimester was not nearly as bad as some people make it out to be. And I know everyone's different. And if we were to have a second child, who knows? Maybe that pregnancy will be different. But it's been great. She's been kicking butt, still working. She's got a lot of weddings to shoot. I've got a lot of weddings to shoot, and it's exciting. And I don't know, the past couple months, we haven't been reading as much. We've been dedicating our time to the people around us and, friends and family, playing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, a lot. June, when my birthday was, my wife bought me a Blackstone griddle. One with like legs and everything, and I kind of put it out in the shed here. I'm bringing it out for almost every meal now. I cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner on it. It is great. So we've been having a lot of cookouts. We have a cookout planned tonight. Gonna make some smash burgers with friends. Made breakfast tacos yesterday, so it's been a blast. Went to Comic-Con 2-3 weeks ago now. Bought a lot of comics. I made a video on... I did my first book haul, which was fun. Haven't done a book haul in forever. Actually, ever. I don't think. I think I've done one on Livestream, but I wanted to share a lot of my comics that I bought during Comic-Con. And yeah, it's been fun. But this live stream, I just kind of want to hang out. I'll answer questions. As usual, I'll be behind on the chat because I talk a lot. I want to talk books, want to talk comics, want to talk video games, movies. Right here, we got The Odyssey. So I'll definitely talk about that. Talk about the new Spider-Man movie. Trying to not spoil anything, but yeah, it's great to be here. We've got 26 folks in here. It's a good time. Great time. So let me try to catch up here. Hi, Thomas. Did you remember me? I always remember you. You guys are all great. I've always thought when I don't post for so long, I get this thought in the back of my head: are people going to remember me? Like that matters, because that's not what it's about. But it's the algorithm of YouTube. Because I haven't posted so long, has YouTube forgotten about me? And when I do post a video, is YouTube even gonna show it to anyone? Because I've been graced with 14,000 subscribers. And I know for a fact that video is not pushed out to my subscribers, not everyone. So I'm always nervous, like, oh, people gonna see me? People gonna see my recent video? Because I miss you guys. I miss the community. So, wife just got home to relieve me of the kids so I can go back to work. So now water, but I had my iced coffee already. Love it. Have you, speaking of iced coffee, let's do a shameless plug. I've been sponsoring River Cow for the past couple months. I haven't been doing a good job pushing it out, but y'all, try River Cow. It's little pouches that you put in a pitcher, you let it brew overnight, and you got cold brew coffee. It's amazing. And I should have, let's see, right here. I have a code. It's in the link. It's in the description. Go to River Cow. Support a local business, not a local small business. Support a small business. Use my code and get some cold brew coffee, because summer's still young. It's hot. And I think iced coffee is wonderful any time of year. But during summertime, why not? 6 p.m. here. It's been a while. So took a little Belgian beer. Love it. Espresso machine was the best thing I've ever bought. I love it. How have I been? I've been amazing. Been busy, but great. My wife, probably even better, which is crazy because she's been carrying a child for 6 months. It's been a blessing to just have the free time that I've had in this flexible schedule, taking care of my wife, cooking our meals, making sure she's fed, making sure the baby's fed. It's great. I love it. And I love cooking. It's been a wonderful time this year to be able to learn and develop my skills and awareness in cooking. And yeah, it's so much cheaper to cook at home rather than, oh, I'm too tired to cook. It's really easy. If you plan ahead, it'll be easy. And it's been great to cook for the wife and the baby. I have one that just turned 4 and one that just turned 2. Boys, it's an adventure, that's for sure. It's nowhere near as hard as others make it seem. I agree. Even though I haven't had a kid yet, I know it's not rocket science. I know every kid is going to be different, but I think it's the stress that we put on ourselves that make it harder, make anything hard in life. And I think if we just approach it one day at a time, it's all you can do. And I can't wait. We originally wanted a boy, like we have any control over that. But yeah, when we found out we were having a girl, I immediately jumped to the wedding day and to the years of her being a teenager. Just it changes, there's that shift. Okay, I'm having a boy. Okay, there's this, and this, but then it's a girl. It's totally different, and I get to be the one to walk her down the aisle. I get to be the one to have that first father-daughter dance. I get to be her first date. It's a great time. I'm excited, and I can't wait to read and read and read to her. Entering my middle-aged dad phase, first Blackstone. Next is a green egg. Tell me, what is a green egg? Never heard of that. I saw V for Vendetta at my library. Say you picked it up. I'll try to grab it someday. Yeah, I bought it. I had to. The moment I found out Alan Moore did Watchmen and V for Vendetta and League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, I had to buy V for Vendetta. I was going to get the comic League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but someone was grabbing the last copy at Comic-Con, and that's okay. That's okay. I wasn't going to fight him over it. I can't wait for you to check out Watchmen by Alan Moore. I love his Swamp Thing comics and his recent prose novels, which are beautifully dark urban fantasy set in alternative shadow London. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to read Watchmen. I'm kind of putting that on a pedestal right now, kind of pushing it off. I might read it soon. However, what I haven't been reading is To Kill a Mockingbird. I am still halfway through it, and I didn't get any reading done during my trip to Comic-Con. So, of course, I'm going to bring this and not read it. Whatever. And then I started reading Batman Year One, rereading that. Probably one of my favorite books of all time. And I would put this in my top 10, like with Lonesome Dove and Name of the Wind. This is perfect in every way. This encapsulates Batman. It encapsulates the world of Gotham, the police force, the corruption within. And I mean, look at that artwork. That's incredible. So it was a joy to reread this. And then I reread this, The Man Who Laughs. This kind of happens after Year One. Batman meets his new foe, the Joker, the infamous villain in the DC universe. And then you've got the two infamous, famous comics here, The Long Halloween and Dark Victory. I reread these as well. Incredible. Highly recommend all three of these. When I think of Batman or just comics in general, I recommend these three. Please give these a try. Incredible storytelling. Each of these clearly influenced Christopher Nolan in his take on the Batman in his trilogy. There are scenes completely ripped out of the comics, placed into his trilogy. And then you've got Alan Moore. Speaking of Watchmen and V for Vendetta, I had no idea he wrote this. I've owned this for a while, and on my second reread, I was blown away by it. It's so visual, it's so mature, and it's just a great take on the Joker and Batman. Their kind of dichotomy and their relationship. By the way, I have been behind in the chat as usual, but we will catch up. We've got all day. And then recently I finished A Death in the Family. Spoiler alert, right here. This is the tale of, I think, the second Robin dying. There was a kind of a thing at the end, or when these comics were coming out, there was this call sheet where they would ask fans to call, does Robin live or does Robin die? And the voting dictated this comic right here. Legendary. This was incredible. I'm genuinely amazed when it comes to the world of comics. I always feel like, oh, it's superheroes, whatever. It's for kids, or it's, you know, it's colorful, it's happy, it's not reading. But man, comics, you can savor them as you would a novel. You know, the written word without any illustrations. I talked about comics in my recent video, my book haul video, and wow, just wow. There is a clear artistic vision that goes into it with the illustrator, the colorist, and the writer, how everyone's on the same team. They got to work together, and they have to create a story together and present it through the written word and visuals, and all be on the same team. And in my video, I equated that to a director, a movie director, and a cinematographer. You know, you've got the visuals, and then you've got the kind of the mind, you know, the visionary, and then you've got the cinematographer bringing it to life visually. It's incredible. Team effort. Hey, congrats on the baby girl. I appreciate that. Thank you. Glad to be a part of another live. I'm glad you're here. Let's see here. I have got to catch up here. Let's do the classic catching up here. Let's go all the way back to 9:09 a.m. with Ryan here. Congrats, home stretch. Word of advice: finish any home renovations at least a month before due date. Thankfully, we're renting, but I will absolutely keep that in mind. We'll get the maintenance man out here, and we'll get that going. I love the new Spider-Man movie. I want to see the Odyssey. Okay, well, let's we could talk about the Spider-Man movie a little bit. Just a quick little spoiler-free take. Love the Spider-Man movie. Loved it. I thought Odyssey was okay. I think people are making it out to be this masterpiece because it's Nolan. It's very safe. Very safe. And very expositionally heavy. Christopher Nolan loves dialogue, and I am on the opposite end. Dialogue is exhausting. For 2.5 hours, talk, 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 talk. It's a bit much. And that's just my opinion. I love when a filmmaker is able to show and not tell. Christopher Nolan tells everything. And he doesn't let the visuals speak and allows the viewer to think on their own. We have to be told everything. And that was my only thing. Whereas I felt Spider-Man had moments of breath and levity and just kind of, all right, let me just sit. Let me feel some emotions here. And I thought Tom Holland did a fantastic job. I just found your channel this month, and you've quickly become one of my favorite book YouTubers. Your vids are really, really great. Wow. I appreciate that. That's awesome. I'm so happy. Welcome aboard, and I'm glad you can make it to a live. Your videos are therapy. I appreciate that too. The time goes too quickly. I can't believe I've been a member for nearly a year now. So much has happened. I know. I appreciate you, Toby, for being a member. I have YouTube memberships where, you can donate some money and you can join a membership, and you're basically just supporting the channel a little bit. But I have no videos. There are no real perks for a membership. That's just, I really appreciate you just supporting it, the channel in this way. I would love to have member-only videos. I just don't know how I would do that, why I would do that. Maybe have exclusive vlogs. Who knows? But it's just tough. I want to do that. I want there to be a reason for you to actually, aside from just supporting the channel, be a member. So, but nonetheless, I appreciate it so much. Unbelievable. Nice poster behind you. Yes, that is my wife's. My wife's. She had that for years and brought it here when she moved in. I'd highly recommend you consider picking up East of Eden. I have it, and I will read it soon, eventually. I appreciate it. Appreciate the recommendation. Totally agree with your take on the Odyssey. If you haven't seen it already, I would recommend watching The Northman. Oh, yeah. I really want to see The Northman. I want to see a lot of his stuff. I think it's a bit too dark sometimes, but he's the kind of guy that I feel can transport me. Robert Eggers, transport me into a world that feels otherworldly, but also grounded. When I was watching The Odyssey, I was thinking of The Green Knight by David Lowery. Immediately thinking of that. When I thought of this fantastical, ethereal journey, what's real, what isn't, a journey where a character changes, that is what I wanted out of The Odyssey. And I felt The Odyssey was very safe. And that's okay. Wasn't bad, just wasn't great. However, the Dune Part 3, I have run out of the theater once already when the trailer has revealed, and because I don't want to see it. I want to be surprised. I've only seen the first teaser once, and that's it. Keep it at that. Dunkirk was the opposite. Exactly. Dunkirk was his best film. There it is. We are in agreement. I think Dunkirk was incredible because he showed, he didn't tell, he allowed just things to play out and allow the viewer to experience it as is rather than being told and spoon-fed everything. I saw both movies and I thought both were good. I can see what you mean with the Odyssey, though. One thing about the Odyssey, another hot take. Granted, I didn't see it in IMAX. Personally, I don't think IMAX would have changed anything. The cinematography was the cinematography. The shot choice was still there. Just because I see it in IMAX doesn't change the shots and the visuals. Sure, it gives me a little extra, but I thought the shot choice was still very safe. I wanted a little more powerful visuals. I wanted to sit in this expansive journey, and I wasn't able to. Whereas you've got Lord of the Rings, Dune, Part 1 and Part 2, such expansive, epic feeling films, visually incredible. Whereas Odyssey, a lot of talking heads, a lot of conversations. Just my hot take, and that's it. Yes, I loved Patterson Batman. I need to rewatch it because I saw it 3 times in theater and then I stopped. I was so excited about it the first time I saw it. And then each time I would see the Batman. It's like, guys, there's something off about this. What's going on here? It's like is it a pacing issue? What's happening? Are shots being held too long? Are moments being held too long? I think that might be it. And I felt like the villain, the Riddler, was not as executed as I wanted it to. I kind of wanted more of a don't show the face of the villain yet till the very end kind of vibe. I felt the Batman nailed the tone of Gotham and the character Batman. But story-wise and pacing-wise, I think Nolan is right there, whereas they're good in their own ways. You know, Nolan's trilogy and the Batman, but they're also weak in other ways too. And I'm still waiting for that perfect Batman film. I'm all over the place in the chat. Let's try to catch up here. Okay, here we go. Toby. It's my birthday at the end of the month. My girlfriend will be picking me up a copy of East of Eden. I can't wait to get around to that. Dude, that's awesome. Have you read it yet? Because if you haven't, I might jump on that with you. That'd be fun. Watchmen is one of the greatest comics ever, but it requires some history of superhero comics to truly appreciate its genius. I appreciate that. I think I'll be okay, but I'll see. Maybe I need to do some research. The Court of Owls and Hush are incredible Batman stories. I'd also throw on 0 Year by Scott Snyder. Scott Snyder's incredible. I haven't even looked into Absolute Batman, which I hear great things about it. Talk about reinventing a hero. I love The Long Walk by Stephen King, The Green Mile, even better in my honest opinion. I'm also reading Guy Gavriel Kay. Ooh, Kazuo Ishiguro. Yeah, I really want to read Kazuo Ishiguro. Excuse me if you hear my stomach rumbling. I ate breakfast about 2 hours ago, and it's probably time for a second breakfast. But we're going to suffer. We're going to be okay. I got coffee. Yeah, I got to say, I think I'm halfway through To Kill a Mockingbird, and I really think this might be a top 10 book for me. And I know it sounds like I say that about everything I read. I'm very selective at what I read. And I can already tell the weight of this, the importance, the pacing, the writing style, how Harper Lee doesn't mince words. She doesn't baby the reader. She gives you the truth. She tells you how it is, very much how Lonesome Dove was. And everyone needs to read this book. Everyone. This is incredible. And I'm only halfway through it. And I can tell, again, right here, the winner of the Pulitzer Prize. This means something to me. So far, the Pulitzer Prize has not failed me. What's great about Watchmen is that it's a standalone universe not connected to the rest of the DC universe. Exactly. It's a standalone read, and I think I can't wait. I can't wait to read it. I'm so excited. That'll be a fun time. Maybe it's a strange question, but how do you read a comic? How do you maximize the experience, and how to get all out of it? This is a good question. This is not a strange question. I think reading a comic, I think it's different for everyone. There is a particular way you do need to read a comic, but my friend John was asking me, because we were both reading our comics while we were in line at Comic-Con. A lot of lines, a lot of waiting. He asked, do you look at the pictures first or do you read the words first? Here, let me show a more kid-friendly comic book. Okay, right here. So you've got the text bubbles right here. I read the text bubbles first. Then I stare at the photo. stare at the artwork and I soak it in. That way, I think the image provides context to what is written. That's at least how I do it. I'm sure it's different for everyone. And sometimes a comic might be confusing as to what text bubble do I read first? Oh, did I skip something? It takes time. You'll learn. The more you read comics, the more you'll get into a flow of it. But yeah, I read the word first, then I go into the artwork. Oh my gosh, y'all. I am so behind. Let's speed through it. Also, if I missed a question you've asked, please ask it again. I would hate to, miss you. Did you like Royal Assassin, or did you DNF it for a particular reason? Wondering if Farseer is worth reading. Farseer is definitely worth reading. Absolutely. Fantasy is just not for me right now. I got like 200 pages in and I just wasn't in it. I think there's something about a series of books that's pushing me away from that type of reading, if that makes sense. A trilogy is nice, but man, I want to read standalone books. Beginning to end. It's done. That's what I want. So I'd still recommend the Farseer trilogy. Absolutely. It's incredible writing. It's incredible character work. I loved what I was reading. And it's the easier side of fantasy, I think. She doesn't throw a lot at you. There's not a lot of world building. It's very intimate, and it allows you that time to just relax and sit with it. I've barely read a single comic book in my life except Batman Year One and 140 issues of Invincible. Dude, I really want to read Invincible. I hear great things about it, and it's done. It's finished. That's it. And I had no idea Invincible was written in 2003, before Walking Dead. When I got back into comics, I got back into comics. Like, I really got back into it with studying the history of it, having conversations with my friend John. We talked a lot about comics. I call him almost every day now. And he's still trying to find the X-Men comic, God Loves, Man Kills. It's out of print right now. So if any of you know where it is, let me know. I want to buy it for him. It's not my favorite thing, but I know some channels do member only for a month or something, then release it to the rest. That's a good idea. But I don't know. There's something about the membership kind of thing and locking it off to other people. It'd have to be some kind of content that I'm not fully, wanting it out there for just everyone. I'd want it to be more of like behind the scenes kind of thing, something more long form. I don't know. We'll see. Any thoughts on Jenny Wirtz? I would love to try. She actually sent me a book, a signed copy of a book. And it's a standalone fantasy book too. We were 12 minutes behind in the chat. Northman is super cool. Green Knight is a masterpiece of dark mythological fantasy. I tried to read the Tolkien translation each Christmas. Love that. Tenet was a film. I have yet to read or watch Tenet. I hear differing things about it. Got to be honest, I actually really like all of Nolan's films. I never walked away disappointed. I like his films too. I just don't like all of them. I like different things about them. I don't think I fully dislike a film of his. There's always something worth enjoying from a Nolan film. Similar thing with Project Hail Mary. I loved it, but I feel like it didn't hold the shots long enough. Ugh, I know, dude. Right there with you, Toby. That was my biggest issue with Hail Mary. I wanted those shots to last longer. I wanted to feel alone. I wanted to feel this vast space and Ryan Gosling's character to just be by himself. And I didn't feel that at all. It was boom, 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 boom. Quick, 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 quick. I heard it was like a 6-hour cut down to 2.5 hours. And if that's how they edited it, it shows. But I don't know. I need to do my research on that. I haven't read East of Eden yet. I know nothing about it. Let's do it over the span of a few months. Probably a few years for me. I'm kidding, of course. I bought that book on your recommendation. I bought it for my wife. She's still reading Dungeon Crawler Carl book 7. Hopefully, she'll read some of my books, like Lonesome Dove and Name of the Wind, but we'll see. We will see. Yes, I hear he won the Nobel Prize for that. What is it? The Remembrance of the Day or something like that. It's like a Butler book. Any show after Twin Peaks you watched? We started dabbling in the Batman animated series. That's been fun. And then 2 nights ago, we dove back into Resident Evil Requiem. I know. It's been out for a while. This is what we do with our scary games. We'll play it a little bit, wait a few months, play it a little bit, wait a few months. We're trying to beat a lot of video games, at least a few, before the baby comes. Hey, Jeremy Fonts. How you doing? We're catching up in the chat finally. This is good. Attica's speech on courage is incredible. I haven't read that far yet, but I love everything Attica says. Incredible man. Incredible man. And what timing of a book to read. It's about a daughter and a father and so much more. And me being a father to a daughter soon, perfect timing. Hi, I recently started following your channel. Yeah, I will always think about how you choose a book before reading. Is there a process that you follow? Just need to know how you choose a book. There's a lot of ways to choose a book. I think if you asked me a year ago, sometimes I would pick a book based off the season of life, the weather. If it's summertime, I want to read a summer book. If it's wintertime, I want to read a winter book, but I don't do that anymore. I think it's really based off how I'm feeling. I really try to sit with it and think, do I want to read this? Am I interested in this? Does this sound like something I would want to put time into? Am I craving this? Just ask yourself questions. Really, that's all you need to do is just continuously ask questions to yourself. And when you find those answers, you'll know if that book is for you or not. Worst case scenario, read the first chapter of a book. And if you don't like it, you're not obligated to read it. Move on to something else. Yeah. It's different for everyone, though. A lot of people, I think, are a lot more consistent readers than myself. So they're going to be able to read a book, boom, 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 and go on to the next book. For me, I've been, reading this for 2 months now, and it's a 300-page book. Yeah, I don't know. Hope that helped. Standalone books, but there is a second book after To Kill a Mockingbird now. It's newer. Yes, I've heard, but Thankfully, To Kill a Mockingbird is still kind of standalone. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with To Kill a Mockingbird to be, sitting alone by itself. Have you read Piranesi? I did. Unfortunately, I did not really like it. Wasn't my cup of tea. Wasn't my kind of style. So you respond to my mouse comment on your last vid. It's the only comic/graphic novel to win a special Pulitzer Prize award. The main character essentially wins a coin flip 100 times to survive. Wow. That sounds incredible. I'm going to look that up right now. What is everyone else reading? What books have you been reading? What movies have you been watching? What shows? What video games? And how's summer been for you? It's been hot. Has it been humid? Has it been wet and rainy? I'm looking up that graphic novel right now. Oh, wow. The artwork looks incredible. My goodness. Yeah, I definitely want to read this. Oh my gosh. Sending this to my friend right now. Bear with me, y'all. Ask me anything. Ask me questions. Let me know what you're reading. My friend, talk about Lonesome Dove right here. My friend Zach is reading Lonesome Dove. Actually, he finished it. And my uncle also finished it. So they loved it. They loved it. Favorite Stephen King books? Right now, it's going to be Misery. Oh man, Misery, Pet Sematary, Salem's Lot. The Shining was fun, but I actually might like Salem's Lot more because I felt Salem's Lot was less predictable than The Shining. The Shining, there was so much foreshadowing. Pet Sematary, man, that was a good one. Still need to read The Stand. Still need to read 11, the one about the JFK. Yeah, what about you? What about you? So far, Misery is number one all time for me. Top 10 book of all time for me, actually. Yep, I agree. 3/4 through Boy's Life right now. It's autumn. What a book. To think that Corey had the same movie monster posters on his wall and grew up to write horror feels strangely coincidental. Ugh, what a book. What a book. I want to talk to you about the book when you finish it. And I want to allow you to sit with it before we talk about it, because in hindsight, I have some thoughts about it. I feel, for me, right now, To Kill a Mockingbird hits on so many more notes that I wanted Boy's Life to hit on. Boy's Life, to me, felt like a lot of vignettes, whereas To Kill a Mockingbird is a very complete, cohesive story. I remember To Kill a Mockingbird was required reading in high school for me. I need to revisit as an adult. I know. I'm excited to read it. Finish it. I need to. I need to hunker down. I think I'll read today and tonight. And here we are. We are behind in the chat as usual, but I appreciate 32 people in the chat today. Beautiful. Beautiful thing. Just finished reading Annihilation. It's a short book, so it took only 6 days to complete. I'm really excited about watching the movie adaptation. I want to read it before I watch the film, for sure. Definitely. I'm 4 months into Count of Monte Cristo and loving each page. Wow, love it. I want to read that with my friend Ben. We're hoping to do a buddy read on that eventually. And I know after this, I might try The Hobbit. Because I keep wanting to go back into fantasy. And I feel like The Hobbit is the one for me to get back into it. Halfway through Hobbit, read it in Danish as a teen, but first time reading in English, loving it. Oh, so cool. So cool. I'm so curious what different translations do, how the story feels, and how it's paced. Just started a playthrough of Lord of the Rings War in the North. Super fun game from my childhood. Just got a surprise re-release yesterday. Yeah, what is that game? I saw that. If it's on the Switch, I might pick it up. My wife wants to buy me Oblivion Remastered for the Switch, but it's sold out everywhere because it's a physical release and I really want to play it. I've never played Oblivion, so it's just such a janky, glitchy, fun fantasy game. I love Skyrim, but Oblivion just seems like something completely different. Started Of Mice and Men. I did put down Count of Monte Cristo because I was busy, but want to get back to that next. Of Mice and Men was incredible. Incredible. 100 pages. So much weight, so much depth and character. It's incredible. Just how nothing overstayed its welcome. I never felt like I was wanting more. I never felt like it was a missed opportunity. It felt complete. That is incredible talent when an author is able to do so much with just 100 pages. Currently reading Hondo by Louis L'Amour. L'Amour. Finished The Stand last month. It's right up your street, mate. It's just the length of it that stalls people. Nothing about the prose or story blew me away, but the journey is life-changing. Exactly. That's what I'm excited about, is the journey. I love Stephen King because his prose are never asking much of me. I don't have to put on a thinking cap and dive into this poetic experience. I can just enjoy a journey. And speaking of poetry, a good friend of ours, she read The Last Unicorn, and she thought it was cute. She liked it. I need to talk more. They're coming over for dinner tonight, her and her husband. So I really want to talk more of it with her. And hopefully her husband reads it too. They're really much into the classical aspect of reading books, the true classics. Lord of the Rings, nothing really outside of the Lord of the Rings and outside of C.S. Lewis. They are reading, something got released. Oh, what is it? Some medieval trilogy or 4 books. I don't know. Oh, man. Mortimer? I don't know. Toby, you might know. You might know who I'm talking about. There's some beautiful illustrated editions out, and they're reading that. I butchered that big time, but they're very much into the classics. They don't like to read a lot of contemporary stuff, postmodern stuff. And I'm trying to be like, hey, I'm in the middle. We can read stuff from the 60s and the 80s. There's still good stuff. Last Unicorn, come on. But hopefully her husband likes it because it's one of my favorite books of all time. Thoughts on Song of Ice and Fire. Haven't read it. However, I hear it's worth reading. And I hear even if it's not finished, I hear it's still a good time. Check out On the Savage Side by Tiffany McDaniels. Would appreciate your commentary after reading it. Okay. What's the elevator pitch on that? I was just about to say fixing to start a playthrough of Lord of the Rings War of the North remake after I finished Doom the Dark Ages DLC. Okay. Yeah, my wife and I are replaying Baldur's Gate. We're trying to get through Resident Evil Requiem. I'm playing through Pikmin 4, and then I really want to get Oblivion remastered. And I'm at this point with the baby coming, I want to get games for my Switch too, so I can play handheld. And I think handheld gaming is going to be key for, when we're in the trenches with our daughter. Because I really don't want to have the TV on all the time. We're not a big TV family. I'm about a quarter of the way through Don Quixote. Amazingly an easy read for a 400-year-old book. So many slow moments with Don Quixote and his squire, Sancho. Very funny so far. I cannot wait. I want to read that so bad. We'll talk about Boy's Life. I'm currently reading it with youth-tinted glasses, and whilst I'm loving it, I'm far more attracted to Corey's personal life than the wider context of the mystery plot. That's a good point. That's a very good point. We'll talk about it soon. I don't want to spoil anything. Reading Carl Dungeon Crawler, haha, and playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, watching Ted Lasso, and here is winter, but it's hot as summer. Whoa. Okay, I love it. My wife watched a video of a YouTuber. You might have seen it if you're a big fan of Dungeon Crawler Carl. He drew every character in the first book. Everything. All in one continuous, panorama thing. It's very cool. Very fun to watch that. I reread Brothers Karamazov. GOAT classic, maybe. Hey, I'm completely new to books. Really want to get into this, but pretty clueless about where to start. Any suggestions? Ooh! Hope you're still in the chat. Would love to help you. What kind of books are you into? I know you haven't really read books, but are you into fantasy? What kind of movies are you into? That might help. What kind of video games, if you play video games? Knowing that, I might be able to help you. I have a few, beginner-friendly books. What's everyone's thoughts on House of Dragon? Personally, I saw a couple episodes of the first season. Meh. I think we need to make new stuff. I know it's a prologue kind of vibe, but let's make new things. Let's stop remaking stuff or trying to expand on things that don't need to be expanded upon. Wasn't super crazy for The Hobbit, but the investment for Lord of the Rings was so worth it. One of the greatest experiences of my life. I'm late to the chat. Well, you're never late. You're just on time. It's beautiful. I'm glad you're here. Have you read George Orwell? Not yet. I've tried 1984 and it scares the crap out of me. It's way too close to home. Can't do it. Too scary. And now with PlayStation, Sony trying to get rid of physical media, I'm all Nintendo. I'm all in on Nintendo. They are the only aisle at Target that have physical games. Everyone was bashing on Nintendo a year ago because of the game key cards, but now they're bringing it back with physical media. So important. I want to be able to own my stuff. And we want to get a Blu-ray player too. So we'll have that. We can watch our movies. Right now we're using the Xbox, but it's important. Physical media matters. Also, only ever played Skyrim, one of my favorite games. Picked up Oblivion Remastered, never actually finished it, but really, really enjoyed it. Very different in a good way. Love to hear it. I want to replay Skyrim too. It's funny, I was talking about replaying or playing Kingdom Come Deliverance. Amazing game. But there comes a point where a game is too immersive, where it becomes a little too stressful, where there's this thing in the back of my mind where, is this the best choice? Am I making a good choice here? Whereas when you play a game like Pikmin 4, Splatoon Raiders, Donkey Kong, Mario, Skyrim, Oblivion, Resident Evil, those are games that just play like video games. They're just fun. You don't have to worry about making a game-altering choice that might ruin your full playthrough. I'm not saying it will ruin your playthrough, but Kingdom Come Deliverance, Witcher 3, there's other games out there, but are just sometimes too immersive to the point it doesn't feel like a video game. And sometimes I think it's important to just play a video game. Play a platformer like Mario. Play something like Pikmin or Splatoon or Skyrim, where there's not a ton of depth to it, but also it's not mindless brain rot. And I think it's important because it separates the two. Separates reality to just playing video games. Long-winded answer, but that's why I want to replay Skyrim or play Oblivion, because they're not crazy immersive experiences where your choices shape the entire game, like Baldur's Gate 3. I stress out a lot during Baldur's Gate 3 because I get so nervous about my choices changing the whole landscape of the game. Lord of the Rings War in the North is a third-person action RPG where you play as a trio, ranger, elf, dwarf, on a quest that takes place at the same time as the events in Lord of the Rings. Whoa, that's cool. Need to look into that. Finished rereading Lord of the Rings when I took a trip to Ireland. 10 out of 10 experience. Did you finish To Kill a Mockingbird? And have you resumed Dark Tower? Sadly, I am still halfway through. I have been reading all of these comics right here. I went to Comic-Con a couple weeks ago, and I've just been rereading all my comics. So I plan to finish this. I'd love to finish this soon. And I think I can do it this week. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. By Monday, I'm going to finish this. But we'll see. I would hate to, rush through it for the sake of it. And I have not resumed Dark Tower. And the book I will be resuming Dark Tower with is The Stand. So that'll be fun whenever I get to that. We'll see. We'll see what book pulls me in. Because right now, I'm still doing this. I'm still kind of dabbling into comics. But we'll see. Have I seen Shogun? No, not yet. We've been watching some films. I've been collecting films from the Criterion Collection. In the Mood for Love, I think this is what it's called. It's a Wong Kar-wai film. Paris, Texas. What else? Honey, have we watched any other recent films? Yeah. That's about it. Justice League, which is not a classic. Zack Snyder's Justice League. But In the Mood for Love and Paris, Texas. Highly recommend those two. Get a VHS DVD player. We've had fun collecting old movies on the cheap. I agree. I want my daughter to grow up with classic films. None of this new stuff. Following what you were just saying about needing to make new/original stuff, do you dislike fan fiction? I don't know much about fan fiction. so I don't have an opinion on it. I think my only experience with fan fiction is fans coming together, having conversations about what they read, what's in the books already, what's in the movies already, and how they can have back and forth and theorize. I like that. I think that's fun. That's exciting. But when you're writing things and placing it in the world and you're just a fan, I don't know. I don't know yet. All these questions. Have I finished Persona 5? No, I haven't. That's a daunting game. I have like 100 hours into that game and I'm not even close. I hate to say it. I kind of want to just wait for Persona 4 Revival. There's something about that game that the tone, the colors, the small city vibe compared to the massive spanning city vibe of Persona 5. I don't know. So I have not finished that yet. I'm horrible, I know. If I can read Brave New World in 2 days in college, you can finish To Kill a Mockingbird in a week, sir. I'll do it. I'll do it. Here's the issue with reading lately. When I have gone to my local coffee shop to read, I've been granted the title here and there, the mayor of this coffee shop, this particular coffee shop. They call me the mayor of it. It's a fun joke, but I guess I just know everyone there, or I make friends with everyone there, or I have conversations with everyone there. I love talking with people and I love checking in with people. And when they see me there working on my laptop or reading a book, they'll just come up to me and we'll just talk. An hour will pass and then a new group of people will come and talk to me. And guess what? 6 hours have passed and I've read a single page, only a single page of this book. So it's been tough to go to a coffee shop, to that particular coffee shop, and just read. So that's an excuse I'd like to throw out there. Funny you say that 2 immersive games. I'm finishing Witcher 3 again. Just did Baldur's Gate 3, and I love both, but it can sometimes feel like too much. Like I need some energy to even start the game. Yes! So true. So true. There was a game that I keep coming back to. Metal Gear Solid 5. Massive game. And you give me this game in 2013, while I'm in high school, I'll play everything. I'll play the whole thing. I won't feel stressed at all. But you give it to me now, I am so stressed because there's so much to do. And I'd be nervous to go the opposite route or the least optimal route. I don't know what it is. I think it's my fixation on time as an adult. And if I feel like I'm not using it optimally, I feel like I'm wasting it. Now, I don't allow that to get into my mind all the time. It just happens to get into it. I just happen to think like that when I get into a game like Witcher 3, Baldur's Gate 3, where it's just too much. Where a game like Skyrim, a game like Breath of the Wild, a platformer like Mario, I can just play it. I don't have to get settled in. I don't have to immerse myself. Don't have to take care of chores before I play. I can just play for an hour, put it down, return to it later. Whereas these other games, I feel like I need to carve out a whole day. Excuse me. Oh, Omega Spiritus. Is this John? My boy? This is John right here. This is my guy who... This may be John. This may be Nate. Let me know if that's you. Give me your Mount Rushmore of graphic novels. Year one. Hands down. Are they all going to be in this pile right here that I just reread? It's tough. I haven't read Watchmen, so I can't. I feel like that would be up in the Rushmore, but I mean, right here. The Long Halloween and Dark Victory. Easy. What about you? I feel like I need to read more graphic novels to have a Mount Rushmore. Maxwell, what up? How have you been? I've been great, been busy. My wife is, in her third trimester, healthy. Baby's healthy. We're excited. Been reading a lot of graphic novels and gonna try to finish this by the end of the week. How have you been? I saw you did a collaboration with Two to Ramble. Love it. I've been really wanting to get a live stream going with them. Be fun. It's a wonderful journey. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Right now we're talking about a Mount Rushmore of graphic novels. How about this? John and I had a conversation, Mount Rushmore superhero movies. Let's put that in the chat. Top 4 superhero movies of all time. Go. So I think I put... Man, this is tough. The Dark Knight. Wow, I'm completely blanking out on everything. The Dark Knight for sure. I would put Spider-Verse or the first Spider-Man, first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. It's tough. It's a tough ball game. This is your boy, John. John, dude, do you want to hop in the live stream right now? I'll send you the email and you just get right in here and we'll talk. Give me the go-ahead. Spider-Man 2, yeah. Oh, yeah. John allowed me to put Endgame and Infinity War as one. So I'll put that, Dark Knight, Spider-Verse, the first Spider-Verse. X2, maybe? Been fun. Time for lunch. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for popping in, man. Let's chat again soon. I can't got comics to read. My gosh. Dang it. Dang it. All right. I understand. I understand. Yeah, Robert, you might have it. Spider-Man Across the... Yeah. Dark Knight, the Batman, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Verse. By the way, I'm currently reading Boys Life, 250 pages in and blown away. I had to Google it was a Stephen King pen name. Haha, prose is so similar. Yeah, that's funny. I do think McCammon is a much better writer than King. In just a hint, there's a little more poetry, a little more rhythm to his writing, but I think they're very similar in how they present a story. Personal hot take, Watchmen, Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, Under the Red Hood, animated, Batman Returns. So if we are putting animated, I will definitely put Spider-Verse in my top 4 superhero films of all time. John, you're killing me. What is the quintessential definitive Christmas movie? Jingle All the Way. Come on. Dandelion wine, truly special, nostalgic, full of raw imagination, makes you see the world around in a positive way. See, I wanted to get into that. I started reading it and I just wasn't in the mood, surprisingly. I'm not giving up on it. I'm not giving up on Dandelion Wine and Something Wicked This Way Comes. It was just this book right here that kept calling to me. So I'm okay with that decision. The Last Ronin, yes. It's a graphic novel, comic. I think it's both. Really want to get into that. Also, finish True Grit. Love it. What'd you think of it? Currently on Hellblazer issue 41, Sandman despite Neil Gaiman. I don't even know what Sandman's about. Long time ago, you mentioned Skyrim soundtrack. I knew it was good from playing the game, but wow, listening to it's unbelievable. Isn't it great to listen to Skyrim music while reading books, especially fantasy? I listen to Skyrim while reading Wheel of Time. Both of them are connected. Incredible. Incredible combination. My girlfriend got me Mario Wonder. So excited to play that. What a fun time. Obsession is worthy of the hype. So good. I'm in the process of reclaiming my kids' toy room and making it a reading lounge with floor to ceiling bookshelf, comfy couches, fireplace, and bar. Love that. I planned on reading Dandelion Wine this summer, but the season simply ran away from me. Boy's Life was perfect, though. You can't go wrong with that. Fantastic. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Awesome collab. I'm writing a book for them, and it's super exciting. Dude, I love it. I love it. Another amazing booktuber, Maxwell. Go ahead. Get over there. Like and subscribe. Get in there. All right. John's right here. His Mount Rushmore, top 4 superhero films of all time. Batman and Robin. Catwoman, Halle Berry, Suicide Squad, Jared Leto is the best Joker. Fantastic Four 2015 was so good, I had to walk out. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I agree right here. Spider-Verse is an actual masterpiece. I absolutely agree. And I think it won an Oscar. To be honest, I watch all kinds of movies, but mostly it's drama, fantasy, rom-coms. I also watch a lot of superhero stuff. I'm the beginner trying to get into books in case you forgot. I don't think we should limit beginners to particular type of books. I think we're all capable of reading any kind of book. I would recommend, if you like drama, just To Kill a Mockingbird. Let me grab a couple books for you. Okay, so number 1 The Last Unicorn by Peter S. Beagle. Right now, I have someone borrowing that. That is my number one recommendation. Absolute number one. I'd recommend To Kill a Mockingbird. It's not a hard read. It really isn't. If you like drama, if you like good characters, just a realistic, genuine story that's grounded in history, absolutely. Scary, one of the best books by Stephen King, Misery. Highly recommend it. Of Mice and Men, simple, will not take long to read. The Hobbit, perfect beginner fantasy book, but I think it's a perfect book, period. So I think those are great books. Also, one more. Name of the Wind. Not a hard read at all. The only thing that might be daunting is the size. These are the books I recommend. Take a photo, take a screenshot. There you go. Let me know. Let me know what you think and get back to me about all that. And we'll talk. See where your reading journey takes you. All right. Here's John's quintessential Mount Rushmore of superhero films. We're waiting. The Bond films are pretty great, especially Casino Royale. People see them as just action films, but the writing is pretty good. Also recommend the books. Bond films are so good. Casino Royale is a perfect film. Yes, exactly. That's the thing. You want to go into a book that might surprise you. Lonesome Dove, Name of the Wind. I mean, I went into all those books not knowing anything and just being surprised. Which particular comic book story would you personally like to see made into a movie? Batman Long Halloween. Long Halloween and Dark Victory. Part 1, Part 2. Simple. Done. I would love to see that. Mix in a little Batman Year One, and you got a perfect film. All right, here it is. John's quintessential Mount Rushmore of superhero films. The Dark Knight, Logan, X-Men Days of Future Past, Iron Man. Wow, I like that. Oh, wow. I think we need... I'm back, and I'm not too late. You're not too late at all. You're just on time. Sun is out. It's a beautiful day, and yeah, we're just talking superhero movies. Long Halloween and Year One have animated films. I know. Haven't watched those. However, I think live action, it'd be fun to see that. Be really interesting. I think we need more horror comic book movies or just horror animated films in general. Everybody already discussed their current reads? I think we have. Yeah. The History of Violence is an underrated comic book movie? Really? Paul the Bookworm, what are you referring to? It's not a hard read, but it's an important and powerful read. Well, the Halloween Tree is a good one too. For beginners. It's just good writing. Ugh. For superhero films, I'm a big fan of the first Iron Man and Guardians of the Galaxy. You got good taste. I like that. I like that a lot. Y'all, I am starving. and my wife and I are going to go on a little walk here because the sun's out. So, any last bit of questions or fun little suggestions? What kind of video do you want to see me make next? Got a handful of ideas. Be filming that tomorrow. But yeah. Any last little bit of questions before I hop off? Yes, I agree. It's a very powerful, important read. Superhero movies also have some pretty great soundtracks. The score of Iron Man 3 is pretty underrated in my opinion. Grew up with Green Lantern, Blackest Night, and Brightest Day were very formative. But I like them being tainted to their medium. It's Wildfire. I don't fancy seeing adapted to live action. X-Men the Phoenix Saga needs to be made into a trilogy. Greatest cartoon/comic book movie is back in cinemas next month, the 1986 Transformers movie. Oh, wow. Try Conan. Very cool. Oh, my wife just said Mask of the Phantasm, Batman animated film. Perfect film. Perfect film. Currently rereading A Game of Thrones and the first Murderbot series. All systems read. The Virginian, the first Western novel, and a cowboy romance, along with the coming of Third Reich history. Wow, love it. You've got your hands full with those readings. Hope you have a blast with it and savor every word. Oh boy, well, I think that about does it. I really appreciate y'all. We had about 30 plus people here. Person would love to hear your thoughts on comics, graphic novels, your approach to them as opposed to novels, the pace, the text, the art. Cool. Maybe I could do that tomorrow. Book suggestion for a little toddler. Bear Snores by Karma Wilson. Awesome rhyming and pictures and message. Let me look that up real quick. And then I will say my goodbye because I am starving and I feel weird eating on stream. It's just kind of a thing, you know? Let me look that up. Bear Snores on. Oh, this looks nice. We have our baby shower coming up soon, and I have a giant book list. So instead of a letter or like a card, people coming with a card, and cards are fun, but I'd rather them not get thrown in a drawer. So instead of cards, we're asking people to bring books. Book for little baby Eleanor. And we have a giant book list for people to choose from. And maybe write a little letter in there, a little note to Eleanor. And it doesn't have to be a book that she, is reading at age 1, She can read it, it could be something she reads later on. It could be Dune, could be Lord of the Rings, who knows? Oh boy, okay, before I leave, we got some good questions here. John is asking, what superhero do you want your daughter to love? I think my wife and I would say Batman. Right, honey? Yeah, we'd say Batman. Batman or Spider-Man. Maybe Wolverine. There's a graphic novel version of The Hobbit that you might like. Check it out, dude. Great chat, folks. Catch you for the next one. Toby, when is the Lonesome Dove Broken Binding Edition coming? So curious about that. We need to get in touch about payment and shipping on that. By the way, Toby, amazing friend of the channel, he messaged me saying, hey, the Broken Binding editions for Lonesome Dove came out. I snagged you an extra copy just in case if you wanted it. I want to ship it to you and all that. Just amazing. Amazing. I appreciate that so much, and I can't wait. What about Wonder Woman? Yeah, Wonder Woman's pretty cool. But I think we've always been a Batman family, and we would at least want to show Batman first and see if she latches onto it. But we're going to show her all the superheroes. I'd love to get her into comic books and see which one she chooses. But if I had to choose, I would love her to love Batman. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know I have not been posting a lot and enough. I have aspirations and dreams to do vlogs, like little daily vlogs. Not daily vlogs, but life vlogs. Would love to do that. Would love to just talk more about things other than books, post more. It's just a lot right now with the baby coming, and I know it's going to be less and less when the baby does come, but miss you guys, and I appreciate the community that we do have. It's incredible. So this channel is nothing without you guys, and I'm going to keep posting as much as I can. So let's keep that conversation going. Talk books, talk video games, talk DVDs and movies. DVDs, what a weird thing to say. Have I read Absolute Batman? I have not. Not yet. My father-in-law and I were at the comic book store, and I was this close buying the first 2 volumes. Set to drop this August, September, so I'll let you know when it ships, mate. We will sort it out then. You the man. All right, y'all. Cheers. Goodbye. And until next time. We are just waiting for the stream to end. I have hit end, and it is taking its sweet time to end. Wow. Well, we're still live. It's having trouble connecting. Please check your internet. Interesting. Huh. Let's see if we can end stream now.